Weird slate of football this week. We got no byes. We got some pretty big games. Either way, though, of course, Halloween's right around the corner. The halfway point of the NFL season is right around the corner. Trade deadline coming up. Crucial games this Sunday. Here's your NFL Week 8 preview. And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun. Of course, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the NFL Week 8 preview. Of course, going through all the games this Sunday. We do have 14 this Sunday, so we got a boatload. It's again, like last year, I think we had a lot in Week 8. Whatever, though. Of course, there will be no teams on a bye this week. We'll get more into that tomorrow, obviously, with the Week 9 byes. But obviously, no teams on a bye this week, so we have basically a full slate of Sunday football. I'll go through it right now. 8 games in the 1 o'clock window, so a pretty strong, again, early window. And then the regional windows, later in the day, we got 5 games, which is usually the most we'll usually see, except at Week 18. But that's really not the point. Of course, we got Sunday Night Football as well. A lot of good games today. Again, a very wild, what it's called, division standings going around. Again, we'll get into the trade deadline details with each team as well. And again, playoff picture, that'll get broken down probably like around when Thanksgiving comes around. But either way, of course, the Bills are top the AFC East by a healthy 2.5 games. I mean, the Dolphins could change that very quickly if they're able to, do some stuff. But again, we'll get to them in a minute. Jets and Patriots. I mean, the Jets have been really disappointed this year, and obviously the Patriots are doing their own thing. Chiefs are the only undefeated team in the league, walking through all these games. Broncos are a surprise this year. Chargers have kind of been all over the place. The Raiders are horrible. The Ravens are the hottest team in football right now. The Steelers also looked really strong this year. Bengals are trying to bounce back after that 1-4 start. Browns are. Yeah, they're struggling this year. Texans, of course, have a pretty strong lead in that division. It could change very quickly today, but still. Colts are somehow still, there. Again, they have a 2-game lead on both the Jaguars and Titans, who have had pretty bad years overall. In the NFC, of course, there we go. Commanders are still atop the NFC East. The Eagles obviously are coming on strong, though. The Cowboys are trying to bounce back again off their bye week, and the Giants are, they're bad. NFC West has been a crap show this year. The NFC North has been, again, the complete opposite. And then you got the NFC South, which has been almost as we expected. Maybe the Falcons or Bucs playing a little bit better than we expected. But with that all said, again, both those teams having an easy schedule. That's all I got for this one. Obviously, now getting into the first game. Where is it? There we go. All right, our first one, of course, is going to be the Jets and Patriots, which should be a really fun matchup. No, it's going to suck. Obviously, I could have said this is a tank bowl, but again, when you look at it overall, I mean, guys, like the Jets, you get the point. They've obviously not had a good year at all. Of course, 4 straight losses coming into this one, and I mean it's pretty simple. If they want to even have a shot at making the playoffs again after 4 straight losses, this is a game they're going to absolutely have to win if they want to get anything going. Obviously, offensively though, Aaron Rodgers in this offense was completely destroyed in that second half against the Steelers. Of course, they were outscored 31-0 after going up 15-6 in that one. Devontae Adams, pretty quiet debut with 3 catches for 30 yards. Obviously, Mike Williams was just basically taken out of the entire offense. I will say Breece Hall looked a little bit better, which is good to see, but still, this team again just isn't finding ways to win, and when that happens, again, there's questions that are going to be asked. Obviously, they will be getting Hassan Reddick back. We'll get to that in a minute, but again, overall for the Jets, that's a big add for them, obviously, but again, this is a team that needs to win this one. Patriots on the other side have lost 6 in a row. They're obviously a very young team, a very soft team, as their head coach, John Mayo, put it after that loss last week to the Jaguars. They're not in a good spot. Probably get set up to, again, get swept by the Jets for the first time, and I don't even know how long. But obviously, that's obviously probably will happen. Of course, they played earlier in the season. That was the only game the Jets even looked half decent. Of course, they blew out the Patriots 24-3. Defense looked great. They ran the ball well. Aaron Rodgers made some big throws. Again, overall, best game of the year for the Jets so far. Obviously, last year, these two teams played in Tank Bowl in Week 18, and the Jets won 17-3. Breece Hall had a 50-yard touchdown. That's all I got for you guys in that. Of course, this game will be at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, and Paramount Plus. Over your streaming services for this borderline Tank Bowl. The only reason it isn't, obviously, is because, the Jets, they still think they can do stuff. Of course, with the announcer guest Spirotitas, Adam Archuleta, and Aditi King of Ball, Sports US Radio is Larry Kahn and James White. Looking at the map, of course, it is in green, so it's basically just Northeast getting this game. Looking at the Jets starting lineup, of course, Aaron Rodgers, quarterback, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen in the backfield. Alan Lazard's down for this one, so Mike Williams will actually get some sort of role. Thank God. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams are obviously the 1-2 there at receiver. Tyler Conklin, Jeremy Rucker, the tight end. O-line is kind of banged up right now. Elijah Vera Tucker will be out for this one. Jake Hansen, my guess, would be the starter, considering the back of Wes Schweitzer is on IR. I think he was put on IR a couple weeks ago. Due to a hand injury. There's no update on him. Never mind. Morgan Moses is questionable right tackle. Olu Fashanu, who again hasn't really gotten a fair shot so far this year. Of course, will probably have to start at right tackle if Morgan Moses can't go. For this defense, obviously Will McDonald has been the best player on this defense so far this year. Leaky Fotu, the backup run supporting defensive tackle, is out. Jermaine Johnson, obviously out for the year. Javon Kinlaw, Quinn Williams, of course, the defensive tackle. Hassan Reddick, though, huge boost for them. I wouldn't say he's going to play any more than 30 snaps. He'll probably get some pass rushing packages, but again, with him being well-conditioned coming into this one is a huge help for them. Michael Clemens obviously started the past couple weeks. He's kind of struggled overall, but again, I still think he can do a decent job. Maybe not efficiency in terms of pass rush. Maybe add a couple pressures and be a pretty solid run defense contributor. Eric Watts obviously is going to get a couple looks as well. Linebacker core has honestly been the best part of this defense. The problem about it just overall is, again, none of these guys have really been completely healthy throughout the whole year, and also, again, there have been some miscommunications, but overall, they've still been great. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Michael Carter, again, one of the better cornerback rooms in the league. Both starting safeties are out, and of course, they're a group that is extremely banged up. They got to trade for someone. That's not really my takeaway there. But Jalen Mills and obviously Isaiah Oliver will getting the start. Again, Isaiah Oliver is not a free safety. He's a cornerback, a zone corner, to be honest with you. So maybe they can work him in a free safety, but again, tackling the open field is not his thing. Greg Zerline, Thomas Morstead, a kicker and punter. And then when we look at New England, of course, Drake May will be starting for a third straight week. Obviously, the first two games, kind of a wild ride, but he has statistically has been pretty productive. Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson in the backfield. Jalen Polk, again, the third receiver, most talented receiver in the team, in my opinion, is going to be out. So Kendrick Bourne, I don't know, he hasn't really done anything so far this year. I don't know how many games he played, like 2 or 3. It hasn't been many. Yeah, only 3 games. He'll get a shot at starting, of course. Keyshawn Booty, who is Booty, but I don't know, he had 33-yard nice catch last week. And Demario Douglas, obviously a receiver. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper at tight end. O-line wise, Michael Jordan, not the basketball player. City So, both those guys are questionable. Layden Robinson, of course, will be out for this game. This can actually load. Yeah, ankle. All right. Yeah, that's what I want to see. No, I don't, but still. Of course, Vidarian Lowe's out at left. Is questionable left tackle. Demontre Jacobs will probably have to play the entire offensive line. Obviously, Caden Wallace, what was it, 3rd round pick or 4th round pick? Maybe even 5th round pick. There we go. 3rd round pick. What is it called? Who was supposed to be their backup left tackle. Of course, Shumu Okafor was put on the PUP list. Yeah, there we go. And outside of, again, he was a starting guy. David Andrews, again, the backup center. Jake Andrews, the starting center. Both those guys are out for the season. The only, again, and then, where is he? Cole Strange. So they have, what is it called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. What is it called? 3 starters, 2 backups on IR or on the PUP list. Or out for the year. And Mike Onwenu is a starter there. I don't even know. There's some other guy I'm not thinking of that he's also injured. So, Mike Onwenu is the only healthy lineman in this team, basically, at that point. After that, though, Keon White and Daniel Akulite, don't know who these guys are, but they're both questionable. Nah, I know they are. But, again, they're just not great. Again, Daniel Akulite out of Washington State, he's just down out there. He's not great. Devon Gottschall on the nose tackle, though. And Ernie Jenkins, Josh Uche off the edge, who actually hasn't been too bad this year. What is it called? Jelani Tavai, Christian Ellis had a pretty, makeshift linebacking core. Not that Jelani Tavai is bad. He actually was phenomenal last year. Jonathan Jones, Kyle Duggar are both questionable at safety. Outside of that, though, nothing really going on. Again, the rest of the group's healthy. Again, Marte Mapu is taking over the starting role there. Joey Slye, Bryce Behringer round up the Patriots lineup. And with all that said, who do I think is going to actually win this game? I got to go with the Jets, guys. I mean, maybe there's something crazy that happens, but, like, yeah, the Jets are going to do their first sweep against the Patriots, and, again, whoever knows how long. And I expect them to win this one. I wouldn't say pretty comfortably, but, again, they're going to be able to win it. I'm going to say they win it 27 to, let's say 27-14. There's my final prediction. Jets 27-14. That is all I got for you guys in this one. Let's get to our next one. And our next game up is an AFC North bout that was supposed to be a lot better than this, but still isn't, considering the Ravens are the hottest team in the league and the Browns might be the most doomed team in the league and might have the worst situation in the NFL as of this moment. Obviously, first string with the team that, again, is going good, I guess. Of course, the Ravens have won 5 in a row. Their offense has been arguably one of the best offenses over the past decade, considering how many points they're putting up. Again, they've been crazy. Obviously, it's led by Derrick Henry, who is on track to break Barry Sanders' rushing record. He did that same type of thing back in not Barry Sanders, holy crap. Eric Dickerson's rushing record. Of course, he did the same type of thing back in 2021. Ended up, like, breaking his ankle or something. So, I hope that doesn't happen this week, because, I mean, it was the exact same week. And, yeah, so I really, again, don't hope it happens, but, like, yeah, that would really suck. But still, again, he's on track to be able to do that. Again, it's crazy pace, but hey, you never know. Obviously, Lamar is also on track to win MVP, at least at this moment, in terms of ads, which makes sense, because that was about to, like, I was about to do something if Mahomes remained as the MVP favorite, have more interceptions than touchdowns. But with all that said, their defense has also been really good this year. The Ravens are just fantastic, guys. They're dominant. Like, they're going to probably continue to play like this. Normal regular season dominance for them. Obviously, it's going to be about postseason, but hey, we're in the regular season. Let's just go with it. Browns obviously have lost 5 in a row. They're the only team in the NFL since, like, I think, like 2007 or something that hasn't scored. Hasn't been able to hit 20 points in any week in their first 7 weeks of the season. So, yeah, the Browns are really bad. Obviously, Deshaun Watson, his Achilles just completely shattered, or exploded, so he's out for the year. Famous Jameis wasn't even the backup for whatever reason. He's going to get the chance to start in this one, which could make it interesting, but yeah, that's what's going on in the Browns line. Obviously, defensively, they just kind of hung out left to dry there. But obviously, they played last year here. It was kind of a similar situation again at quarterback for the Browns, I guess. They had DTR starting, and Lamar scored 4 touchdowns, and they beat him 28-3. I don't know, maybe. There's some crazy coincidence going on here. But yeah, game's going to be at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, and Paramount Plus will be your streaming services for this game. For the announcers in this one, yeah, they had like their 5th team on this. I don't even know. These guys, Tom McCarthy does not call CBS games regularly during the season. Tom McCarthy, though, Jay Feely, Ross Tucker, and Amanda Balionis. Again, she's a reporter on the call there. Looking at the map, it will be in yellow. None of the countries getting this one, like the DC, Baltimore area, and of course we got again the Cleveland and Pittsburgh getting this game. Again, I'm kind of happy the Bengals don't have to watch it. That's actually kind of funny. Of course, to be 57 degrees. No, not really much wind. Sunny weather here in Cleveland. Oh, that's Baltimore. My bad. I'm an idiot. There we go. Cleveland weather. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 55 degrees, a little more wind, and still sunny. So, yeah, going to be a pretty nice day. I hope it rains sometime soon. Again, there hasn't really been much rain this year. Lamar, quarterback, Derrick Henry, Justin Hilton, Maxfield Rasheen. I don't know who this dude is, but he's out. No, he's the guy for Kentucky, right? Am I getting that one right? No, Marshall. I don't really just shut up about that. Zay Flowers, questionable. Tylan Wallace is his backup, and obviously you got Rashad Bateman and Nelson Aguilar. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely at tight end. Obviously you got Patrick Reichard at fullback. O-line is healthy, again, as they have been all season. They've been dominant. Travis Jones is questionable. Brent Urban behind him. Brendan Washington, you could argue starting, but again, Urban, I've heard, has been more consistent. Again, is getting off blocks better. Adave Owe, Kyle Van Noy off the edge. Obviously, Yannick Ngakoue, I think, reunion. He hasn't been on this team in a while. Whatever, though. David Ojabo also off the edge, as well as Adisa Isaac, who's actually getting there a little bit as well. Both starting linebackers early. Nate Wiggins will be out for this one. Marlon Humphrey's doubtful, and Arthur Millett's back from IR, so that's huge. Jalen Armour Davis, obviously, who has grown a lot since, again, that blowout back in 2022. He's questionable for this one. Bob Cooper Jr., I have not heard of this guy in a minute. Yeah, he was from Morgan State. But I remember, yeah, he played, they played Miami, I think Ohio. He got 2 pick sixes in the 4th quarter or something like that. Yeah, but whatever. Bump Cooper is, he's a kind of a legend out there. Of course, TJ Tampa is on IR. That really sucks because I would have liked to see this dude. He's lengthy, he's fun to watch, but yeah. He was put on IR, so that kind of sucks. But still, Brandon Stevens is healthy at corner. Both safeties are out. They're a little bit banged up here. Of course, they got one of the deepest secondaries as well, considering Ardarius Washington is a very serviceable player. Again, he's been around this team. Maybe not starting, obviously, but he's been around for a little bit. Not really healthy, but again, talented player for sure. And obviously, you've got Eddie Jackson, who again is kind of falling off a cliff, but kind of slowly, so it isn't as bad. Justin Tucker, Jordan Stout, a kicker and punter. And then for Cleveland, oh yeah, you can see the Monday night game. We'll get to that tomorrow, obviously. But either way, again, James Winston at quarterback. Nick Chubb is healthy in the backfield. Jerome Ford is out. What the heck? Pierre Strong Jr., he will probably get the backup reps there. O-line, receivers are healthy. Again, they traded away Amari Cooper if you didn't know yet. David Bell's on IR. David Njoku, tight end. Jedrick Wills is out. So DeJuan Jones, who is horrible, will start again, at least this year. Interior O-line is kind of back in healthy. White Teller still questionable, though Michael Dunn will probably start if he can't, considering Zach Sinter was a turnstile and is really only NFL appearance up at this point in his career. Jack Conklin, for the first time in a while, is healthy at right tackle. O-line, no, Jesus. Defensively, Jordan Hicks is the only guy as a starter on defense. Ronnie Hickman out is going to be a little bit of an issue, but Juan Thornhill's back. And outside of that, again, I like to see this defense play pretty well. Maybe put up somewhat of a fight against, a pretty bad, nah, joking, it's the Ravens. They're probably going to give up 50 points, but never know. Maybe they'll actually play well. Justin Hopkins, Corey Borges rounds out the Browns starting lineup. And Darius Smith has 4 sacks. Kind of forgot about that. He's been playing pretty well. But for obviously, who I think is going to win this one, again, I don't think it'll actually be as high scoring as people think. I think it'll actually be a really boring one. No, I actually think this will be pretty fun. I actually expect the Ravens offense to have trouble scoring in this one. I expect that Browns defense to really kind of punch him in the mouth and say, yeah, you're going to have to play really well to win this one. And I actually expect Jameis Winston to somehow move the football. And yeah, maybe a couple pick sixes will help for the Ravens, but I expect it to be a really ugly, honestly, like a little bit higher scoring game. I expect the Ravens to win this one 27-23 with some BS finish, but I actually expect Jameis Winston to make this game somewhat competitive. So it could be a complete blowout, but I don't actually think that's going to be the case. Still, obviously picking the Ravens, but hey, that Browns defense, I still think they got somewhat of a fight of them, fight in them. They're probably going to give up after this week, but hey, you never know. 27-23 Ravens is my final prediction in this one. Let's get to our next one. Obviously, the final game, again, for regional slate for CBS in what is called the 1 o'clock window. And up next will be a battle for first place in the AFC South. Of course, the Colts and Texans finish up their season series here in Houston. Of course, the Texans are coming off their first loss since, week 3. Of course, they're 5-2 on the season. Colts, on the other hand, they got back-to-back wins, of course. They have had a peculiar season, to say the least, this year, obviously, with the offense looking pretty darn good with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Outside of that, though, Anthony Richardson has been a complete train wreck this year, or Big Tony. Of course, he got injured against the Steelers back in week 4. Had his first start last week since that, and obviously they struggled to beat the Dolphins, who obviously are just not very good. But hey, they figured it out, and yeah, they set up this game, where obviously Anthony Richardson had his best game of the season against the Texans. Again, through that 60-yard bomb to Alec Pierce as well as like a 54-yard, I think, that Ashton Doolin. So maybe we'll see some of that same explosive play from him in this one. Yeah, like I said, Texans, again, they've been pretty solid all year, of course, kind of living up to those expectations. I like to see this offense be a little bit more explosive, though. Joe Mixon, really, in the past, again, he played 3 games for them. He has carried big time, of course. Back in week 1, he blew up against the Colts with 150 yards. And that 29-27 win, again, going back with that one as well. But yeah, the Texans are looking pretty good again. They're looking for that offense, especially C.J. Stroud. They'll bounce back week after he had a by far career low 86 passing yards. This game will be at 1 o'clock on CBS. NFL Plus, the Imperial Plus will be your streaming services for the AFC South. Again, first place matchup, I guess. Announcing it will be Andrew Catalon, Tiki Barber, and AJ Ross, which I think is CBS's 4th team. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Looking at the map, it will be in blue, so a fair amount of the country, not really a lot, but again, a fair amount of it will be getting this game. Obviously, you got the most of Indiana, most of the Nashville, Jacksonville, again, and as well as basically the whole entire AFC South, as well as most Texas and some scattered parts of other states. We'll be getting this football game, and for the Colts starting lineup, AR at quarterback, of course, you got Jonathan Taylor and Trey Sermon, and the backfield, obviously Jonathan Taylor, healthy for the first time in a minute. Receivers are all healthy. Basically, the only guy in this offense who isn't healthy is their starting right guard, Will Fries, and Dalton Tucker actually hasn't been too bad this year. For this defense, though, again, they're in a bad spot. Of course, their best passers, Samson Ebukam, out for the season. But and Tyquan Ulusu, again, is a very, very big depth guy for them. But Kwity Paye is actually up to his efficiency as a pass rusher this year. Not in terms of sacks, but again, in terms of, again, being able to get some pretty consistent pressure. Lady Latu has had a pretty up and down start to his career. Of course, terrible run defender, as we expected coming into the league. But pass rush hasn't been, again, coming as easily as you might have thought. Again, he's not a power rusher, so that's probably why. But yeah, that's what I've seen on film so far, though. Daniel Odeyingbo, he's actually been pretty good for them, kind of stepped up. Interior of this defensive line is obviously among the best in the league, at least so far this year. Obviously, Grover Stewart, again, he's not getting into trouble, is a very frustrating guy to play against. EJ Speed, Zaire Franklin are the great 1-2 there at linebacker. Obviously, the one being Zaire Franklin. I'm not trying to get that confused. Sugan Olubi, yeah, again, Jesus, I don't even know. Him and DeForest Buckner had some stupid prank going on. It was so dumb. But yeah, he's pretty good. Secondary is not good, but again, they're healthy as they can be, I guess. Juju Brents, of course, on IR. Jalen Jones and Kenny Moore expect to carry the secondary. Obviously, Julian Blackman's solid too, so maybe they're not as bad as I think they will be, but they haven't been great this year. Matt Gay, regular versus Sanders, a kicker and punter. And now for Houston, of course, where are they? There we go. C.J. Stroud coming off a bad week, looking to step up. Joe Mixon has been a beast in his 3 starts this year. Damian Pierce, of course, as well as there. Nico Collins still on IR. Any update on him? I don't think there is. 3 days ago. No setbacks in recovery. October 6th. All right. First be eligible against the Lions in week November 10th. So that's after Thursday Night Football on Halloween next week. So, oh yeah. Texans have a short week. They're playing again Thursday Night Football again. That's also on Halloween. I had to mention that. But still, outside of that, though, Xavier Hutchinson is going to look to have a better game than he did last week. Same thing with Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs. Dalton Schultz was actually not too bad last week, considering what they tried to use him as. Troy Harrison, the fullback. O-line's healthy. Again, L'Jarius Henderson isn't a bad backup. Is out, though. Defensively, Azeez Al-Shaair, the starting will linebacker, is out. Devin White, of course, who they just signed out of free agency. Of course, will probably get started there. Henry 202 is questionable. Novell Hewitt is his backup, and I think he's better than him, but that's what's going on. Christian Harris, any update on his return? Will not be designated to return this week. All right. Of course, he has had a wild start to his career. Not really, but you get the point. Jeff Okudah, again, who would arguably be the in-line to be starter, again, is on IR. Kamara Lassiter's done fine there. I like Jalen Petrie in the nickelbacker spot, pretty dynamic there. Jimmy Ward's out, though, so they might have to start Eric Murray. I wouldn't. I'd probably throw D'Angelo Ross, who was actually pretty solid last week there at free safety. And, of course, Kalen Block has been really good as a rookie so far this year. And, obviously, their number one guy. Most talented player, arguably, on this entire team, Derek Stingley Jr. I mean, yeah, Will Anderson is obviously more. Yeah, he was a third pick for a reason, but still. Derek Stingley Jr. is phenomenal. Kamara Lassiter, Tommy Thompson round up the starting lineup for the Texans, and for I think is going to win this one. I will be going with the Texans. I expect it to be a pretty fun game, but I still think the Texans are just a better team. I actually don't think this Colts offense will actually have the best games in terms of, again, efficiency. I expect some big plays, like back in week 1, helping them out again, but they're still going to lose. I expect the Colts Texans might better win this one, let's say 30-21. Weird score, but I expect that to be the final. So all I got for you guys here. Let's get to our next one, that being the Cardinals and Dolphins. And what was a duel in the desert between two electric... no, maybe I don't call two electric. Two young quarterbacks at the time back in 2020 is now a matchup between two quarterbacks that obviously have had very injury-influenced careers in ways, I guess. I don't know. Though, obviously, the Cardinals are coming this one looking to take over first place in the NFC East, obviously. Not NFC East, Jesus. NFC West. They're obviously already 2-0 in the division. They beat the Rams. They beat the Niners. And if the Seahawks, do their own thing, they have a shot at, being first place in the division for the first time in 3 years, I guess. Of course, though, last week they took down the Chargers in very ugly fashion, but hey, a win's a win. Don't know if that would be the same sustainable against the Dolphins team that's looking to really... get things going or just be a lot better than they have been past couple weeks. But, again, we'll just have to wait and see. Dolphins on the other side, obviously, they're going to be getting Tua back after, again, that really scary, 4-week absence, of course, with him on IR. They only played 3 games, so they were really lucky down the stretch. That offense, obviously, was atrocious, again, when considering that there were 2 best players were, again, literally deemed useless in those 3 games. Of course, with that offense being so bad, without Tua, they need Tua, because, he makes that offense, do anything, so that's good. Obviously, the defense has really stepped up, though, which is good to see, even though they have a lot of injuries, so that's really nice. But, again, this is a game they're going to probably have to win if they want to do anything this year. So, hey, it's now or never, I guess. Really, this game will be at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports app, and NFL Plus will be your streaming services for this game. Again, you can see Fox until Sunday at noon on Fox. There was a kickoff show before that, too, I think, too. Again, like I said, though, these 2 teams played back in 2020, last time they actually played. The Cardinals and Dolphins, obviously, I think it was his second career start, something like that. But they actually won that one 34-31 in Arizona. Kyler and the Cardinals offense had some crazy plays, but the Dolphins, again, were just able to turn that one out. That was a great game. But, hey, maybe we see a similar one in this one. Announcing it will be, Fox is really pulling out the stops for this one. Jason Meddy, Fox's second-team announcer for college football, not even the NFL. But, yeah, he's a good announcer. Mark Choth and Jan Hill. That's Jen Hill. Yeah, they really know what they're doing there. No, I'm talking about, obviously, Fox. But, obviously, look at this one. You've got it in, what the heck? Blue, whatever. Arizona, and then, mostly Arizona, and obviously, the Miami area again in this game. So, this is definitely the game that's getting probably the least amount of coverage. Weather-wise, it's supposed to be 8 degrees. A good amount of wind, though, 12 miles per hour, and that's at 7 p.m. I don't know what's going on there. 82 degrees, a lot of wind to 14, obviously cloudy as well. So, should be decent weather for this one. Cardinals, obviously, Kyler Murray, quarterback. Honestly, I don't think anyone's injured. Outside of Will Hernandez and Kelvin Beachum being questionable and Jonah Williams being in IR. So, my bad. Outside of this offensive line, they're pretty healthy. I think he tore his ACL, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. For this defense, though, Roy Lopez, the starting defensive tackle, has been a huge part of this team's, renaissance as a run defense. It will be out for this one, a revolution there. Curtis Tunga will probably be starting. Naquan Jones has just not been very good this year, really, at all. Damian Collins, obviously, Dante Still are trying to carry this pass rush. Darius Robinson, B. Joe Jolari, who again is out for the year, and Justin Jones are all on IR. Elijah Collier is the other defensive tackle, though. Speaking of that, for this linebacking core, Julian Okwara will get the start over Xavier Thomas, considering that Dennis Garlick was also put on this IR. This defense, who, again, isn't very good, was, they're put in a really rough spot. But, hey, Kaiser White and Mac Wilson Sr. have been great this year for them. Secondary-wise, Sean Murphy-Bunting, really, again, the key cog is their number 1 corner will be out. Keetrell Clark will probably get the start, or Max Moan, whoever they feel is more ready for this one. Of course, Jalen Thompson, Budda Baker have been the starting safeties for this team for 5 years. Starling Thomas the 5th, and, of course, you got Garrett Williams on the other cornerback spot. Chad Ryland, Blake Gillikin round out the Cardinals starting lineup. And then for Miami, they, of course, have 2 at quarterback. I was going to say something else, but... there's better things to say, I guess. They got basically a 3-headed monster now running back, which is pretty crazy to say. Skylar Thompson's back and healthy. Tyler Huntley, I guess, was put on IR. I don't know why. his shoulder. Yeah, he really messed that up. Tyreek Hill's questionable. They kind of need him. Odell and Jalen Waddle looking to have a really good weekend. These guys have been, again, useless basically since the first half of week 2. Malik Washington, they'll have receiver. Jonnu Smith, Julian Hill at tight end. Al Kingle to fullback. Isaiah Wynn's out. The rest of the O-line's healthy, though. For this defense, Zach Sealer will not play. Deshaun Hand, who is somehow still in the league, will probably start at that left side of the, of course, basically as a 3-tech. I don't even know. They're going to use him somehow. Beto Jones, Calais Campbell, obviously round out the starters there as well. As a middle, Ogba, Chop Robinson, Quinn, and Bell, and Tyus Bells are off the edge. Mo Kamara might get a little bit of playing time. Bradley Chubb, no really update on when he's going to come back. Yeah, okay. PUP less in week 7. I don't know if he's coming back, though, because he hasn't played at all this year so far. Obviously, Morrissey, Jalen Phillips is out for the year. Jordan Baker, Jordan Brooks. I was thinking of Jerome Baker. Jordan Brooks and David Long, of course, both at linebacker. Secondary-wise, Cater Kohu is going to, the nickelbacker is out, so you'll probably see Nick Needham in there, who's actually been pretty solid this year and was really good last year. Jalen Ramsey, Kendall Fuller, both as corner, obviously, Jordan Poyer, and one of the most, what is called, I guess you could say rare or most talented players in the league, and Javon Holland at free safety. Jason Sanders and Jake Bailey, kicker and punter. And finally, who do I think is going to win this game? I got to go with the Dolphins, guys. I just have a feeling that they're going to play well in this one. I don't expect it to be a game where, again, they're going to be able to put like 50 points and just go crazy. But hey, with those injuries on that Cardinals defense, they're going to probably have some explosive plays. I actually think, yeah, like I said, 50 points. I'm actually going to say the Dolphins scored 35. I get that's a lot with Tua just coming back, but I actually think that's going to happen. I see the Dolphins win this one 35-24. I expect their defense to step up too, so high expectations for the Dolphins in this one, but I think they can live up to it. 35-24, Dolphins are my prediction in this one. That's all I got for you guys here. Let's get to our next one. Obviously, that being an interesting matchup. And why is it interesting, you may ask? Well, it's because both these teams, they've got stuff going on. Again, the Packers, I got the narrative around them that they're a wagon, not like, again, an actual wagon. Just a team that you can really hop on, and they're probably going to do something this year. Obviously, though, they're coming off one of their best wins, or at least honestly the past couple of years, of course, over the Texans last week. Knocked them off 24-22 behind a really defensive dominating win. But again, they were able to still figure it out. Again, they've now won 3 in a row. And, yeah, Jordan Love is looking like Brett Favre, which I guess is good. I guess isn't good. Hey, they could win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years, which is something. Jags on the other side, I mean, they've been really bad this year. Again, they started the season 0-4, but they have won 2 out of the last 3. Again, the last 2 games at least being in London as well. Again, their 2 wins haven't been against the greatest teams. Again, that being the Colts and obviously the Patriots last week. But again, coming back on kind of a short week. I don't even know what you want to call it. Of course, now playing... from London, this is just not really the greatest situation for them. But hey, they're going to have to win this one if they want to do anything this year. So, again, it's do or die for them, even if, again, this team really isn't going to do anything this year. So, I don't know. It's a weird situation there in Jacksonville. I wouldn't really want to touch them. Again, in terms of betting. That's my bad. Pause there. In terms of betting. 1 o'clock on Fox, Fox Sports Tab, and NFL Plus, obviously, are your streaming services for this game. Last time these 2 teams played was back during COVID. The Jags almost actually put the Packers in embarrassment, but obviously the Packers were able to put their crap together and close out that one 24-20. That's when the Packers, again, were going through Aaron Rodgers, I think, first MVP. Announcing it, though, will be Kenny Aller, Jonathan Dillman, Megan Olivier. And also, awful announcing, again, if you're listening to this, just a little bit of like a piece of advice or just like, I don't know, feedback. You don't need 2 featured games in the 1 o'clock window. I'll just put that out there because this just isn't really a game you'd want to do it for. It's okay if you just have a later window regional game as the national game for the network. I just wanted to say that because, again, you just don't need to push it there. Just wanted to say that. But with that said, obviously the map, it's going to be in blue, I guess, whatever that is. Again, a good amount of the country's getting this game, even for how bad it is. I mean, this is pathetic, but still, it's a regional game in my opinion. That's what I got there. Duval County weather, 82 degrees, no, not really any wind, partly cloudy, so pretty modest weather for this one. So almost exactly to Miami outside of the wind. Jordan Love, quarterback, Josh Jacobs, Amanda Wilson in the backfield, Marshawn Lloyd is still on IR. Any update on his return? Isn't ready to return to practice. That was 10 days ago. All right. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, Bo Millen, all healthy receiver. Tucker Kraft, Ben Sims at tight end, of course. Luke Musgrave is still on IR, obviously. Rasheed Walker, Elgin Jenkins, Josh Myers, starting center is questionable. Jacob Monk, what a name, could start. And, yeah, Jordan Morgan, again, is still a backup. That's not great. He was a first-round pick. But, yeah, that's what I got there. Defensively, though, Devontae Wyatt, who's a huge cog in this run defense, is questionable. TJ Lane, who's literally just a run defender, is there as well. Rashad Gary, Kingsley, and Negabor, and Lucas Van Ness off the edge. Quay Walker's questionable. Ederson Cooper, Isaiah McDuffie round at the linebacking core. Secondary is basically healthy. Only guy who probably won't play is Corey Valentine. Karen Valentine got benched because he sucks. Well, at least this year. And yeah, Eric Dix and Keyshawn Nixon are Eric Stokes, my bad. Keyshawn Nixon has been great though. Javon Borden is now in the slot, which kind of tells you to step up. But Evan Williams, who again I really liked in terms of not really even potential. Again, I liked what I saw on film from him. Even if again he's not the most athletic. People didn't like him, but his instincts are off the charts. Like I broke him down as well. He's not really one of my guys. I really wish I said that, but again, whatever. Evan Williams is he is really fitting the system well, and again, with a guy like Xavier McKinney back there, as long as those two are together, this safety, these two guys will just completely wreak havoc on opposing offenses. Brandon Manis, Daniel Willman round out the Packers starting lineup, and then for the Jaguars, really don't want to talk about them much because I mean they're just pathetic. But Travis Etienne Jr. isn't even the starting caliber guy. Tank Bigsby's better. Devin Duvernay's on IR. I think he's a returner if I'm not mistaken. So. Yeah, Parker Washington he had a touchdown. He's going to do that anyway. The whole offense is healthy outside of him, though, so they have no excuses. Defensively, Floyd Lukong's back, which is huge, but he's questionable. Ventrell Miller might have to start again. He is really bad in coverage, but he is good as doing other things. Jason Gibson Sr. would probably be a starter. Is suspended still. I thought it was but he's uncertain and will give clearance to activate Commissioner's. I don't even know what the hell is going on with him. Aaron, of course, is also on IR, but outside that, Jerry Jones is starting at nickelback. This secondary is atrocious, so expect some big plays there. And with all that said, who do I think is going to win this one? I got to pick the Packers. I expect them actually to blow out the Jaguars. Give me them 42-13. Actually, Jordan Love to throw like 5 touchdowns. Yeah, there's my pick. Jordan Love throws 5 touchdowns. Here's the headline. Love throws 5 touchdowns as Packers steam or I don't even know what would you say for a cat. Stomp on the Jags, something like that. But with that, 42-13 Packers. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Let's get to our next one. If you're looking for anything different in this next game, well, you're not going to get it. It's another NFC North powerhouse playing against a really bad AFC South opponent. But the good news is it's in a dome. Yay! No. The Titans are now 1-5, but Will Levis I think is expected to start. I don't know, bro. That's it for the Titans. They're a train wreck. More than that, honestly, their defense at least no, they suck. The Titans are awful. Like they're a disgrace. Lions on the other hand though are the complete opposite. They've won 4 in a row. This offense is crazy good. Again, the defense was a little bit concerning last week, but hey, they knocked off the undefeated Vikings, getting to hand them their first loss of the season, so that means something. They arguably are the best team in the NFL. Maybe, I don't know, the Chiefs are probably better, but still, they're great. Best team in the NFC for sure, and they're going to look to continue, get off to their first 6-1 start since 1954. That was 70 years ago, of course, with Bobby Lane, their best player in franchise history. Yeah, convince me otherwise. I don't know. They probably had some random safety who was better. But still, game's going to be at 1 o'clock on Fox. Fox Sports App, NFL Plus will be your streaming services for this game. These teams haven't played since COVID when I think Derrick Henry had 2,000 yards. No, it wasn't then. But yeah, the Titans blew them out 46-25. Very different teams, obviously, now as well. Announcing it will be Kevin Kluger, Darryl Johnson, Laura Oakman, Compass Media Radio, Bill Rosinski, and Merrill Hodge. I just wanted, for research purposes. Titans and Lions 2016. What was the score? Oh, this game was actually crazy, I think, yeah. Matt Stafford threw a pick 6 or something. Whatever, though. Back on this, they got, Fox's 5th team. Looking at the map, though, it's going to be in, orange. Again, you got, Nashville and then, Detroit. So, it's kind of crappy what's getting in this game. Not much coverage, but again, team areas are getting it. Looking at, starting lineup, Will Levis is questionable. I really hope he plays. No! Play, bro. I don't want to be questionable. I need Will Levis to play. The touchdown-interception ratio is impeccable. Mason Rudolph, hope he plays like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No, he won't. Tyler Spears is out. Julius Chestnut's the backup Tony Pollard, who was really their only source of offense last week. No, he was pretty bad. Nick Westbrook, of course, caught a touchdown, I think, last week. I don't know. I might be making that up. Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, only guys left receiver. Trade Calvin Ridley, he is useless in your offense. Sugar Conquo, tight end. O-line is healthy. Defensively, Tavondre Sweat's questionable. Keandre Coburn. Colbert, I don't know. That's a singer. I don't know. Sebastian Joseph Day, Jeffrey Simmons, of course, at the rest of the interior there. Arden Key will be in. Harold Landry are going to look to bounce back. Harold Landry has really just not been that good the past 2 weeks, but still, he's been good overall this year. Kenneth Murray Jr., Jerome Baker's out. Jack Gibbons behind him. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., not going to get you confused with anyone. He played for, in Louisville. He's there. Trey Avery could start. He was horrible 2 years ago, but I'm going to get over that. Jerry Sneed's out. Daryl Baker Jr., of course, could start, as well as Roger McCreary in the slot. Both starting safeties are healthy. Jamal Adams, what the heck happened to him? Jamal Adams. What the hell? Jamal Adams landing spots. Wait, why did they cut him? He wasn't even that bad. I'm still confused. Was his rating bad? On film, he didn't look that bad. Again, I guess the rating was really bad. Never mind. No, but I swear, he didn't look that bad, like, on film. I guess he didn't fit the system. Whatever, they don't need him, so I kind of get that. But, yeah, someone's got to sign him. Nick Folk, Ryan Stonehouse, round out the starting lineup for the Titans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Offense is completely healthy again. Oh, my bad. Jameson Williams didn't report on this. He got suspended 2 games because he took PEDs for being a naughty boy, so... I mean, for just trying to get jacked, you know, he wanted to look like Penei Sewell. He wanted to be able to, you know, score flipping touchdowns like him as a big guy. But yeah, he obviously isn't a big guy, so he's got to like say, except again, Jameson Williams has to expect the fact he's not a big guy, and he's got to say, no, I can be a small guy. I'm fast. That's why I'm in the NFL. Like, hell with that. Yeah. I understand I can't do that. But obviously, Jared Goff, quarterback, David Montgomery, was horrible last week. He was fumbling a lot of balls. Slow. But still, he's got to be better. Jameer Gibbs, obviously, is probably better. But still. I'm not saying Brown, Tim Patrick are going to probably be big fantasy guys this week. I expect Tim Patrick to catch 4 touchdowns. If he doesn't, well, he sucks. No. But still. Sam Porter has been a big disappointment this year. Brock Wright, I think, is a better blocker. No, I don't know. They're probably equal. O-line is healthy. Dan Scarborough is going to be the number 1 target on every snap, of course, because, you know, he's such a good route runner. Defensively, Josh Pascal's out. They still haven't really replaced, Aiden Hutchinson. But James Houston, he's an interesting dude because, you know, he had 8 sacks in his rookie year. He didn't really play at all last year, though. Willie McNeil, DJ Reader, both getting big extensions. Of course, Le'Veon Uzurke is their backup. They have 3 defensive tackles, all guys who are not going to play all on IR. Linebackers are healthy. Carlton Davis, Amik Robertson, Khalil Dorsey, of course, it's corner. Again, the multi-use, outside of, I guess you could say, no, all these guys are multi-use. Brian Branch can play any place in the defense. Kirby Joseph is, basically a boundary guy, but still, and over the top. But he can at least get in there. Brandon Joseph can even play over the top, too. I gotta give it to him. He's been pretty good this year. Taron Arnold, obviously, is their, actually been pretty solid rookie year as well. Jake Bates, Jack Fox, round out the starting lineup for the Lions. And for I think is going to win this one. I would be stone cold, like brick, I would throw a brick at my foot if the Lions actually lost this game. Not actually, because I don't want to break my foot, but still, you get the point. The Lions, this is almost as crazy as last week. If they again minus 700 is ridiculous. The Lions are just gonna blow them out. I'm gonna say they win this one, 34 to 20. No, 34 to. I'm not even decided score. 34 to 15 Lions. That's my final prediction. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Now let's get to this game is technically a battle for the division, but it really isn't. That would be because the Bucs, of course, are beat to hell at wide receiver. They have no one healthy, but I don't know. Maybe they'll figure something out. Of course, they come to this one at 4-3. Off of a short week, of course, where the Ravens basically just said, yeah, you guys, any hope you guys had is just completely gone. Of course, they are three trying to four-peat as division champions. That is looking compromised, but hey, maybe Baker can pull something out of his butt against a Falcons squad that is coming off a blowout loss against the Seahawks, where, of course, it was not good. They got beat to hell. Again, offensively, they didn't take care of any opportunities. I'll say that, though, the Seahawks defense dominated them. And speaking of that, Falcons defense, he didn't really play that bad, so don't beat yourself too selves up about it. But this is absolutely a game coming into Tampa. You guys need to win. Of course, they won the first matchup between these teams, 36-30. Of course, Kirk Cousins threw an NFL record Thursday Night Football game, 509 yards. They probably won't need this in this one, but again, you never know. But again, the Falcons and Bucs actually met in a first-place division battle in Week 7 of last year. The Falcons were able to take advantage of that one, 16-13, even if it was a really bad game. But still, Falcons are going to probably try to do the same thing here, and I absolutely think they should be able to, considering how injured the Bucs are at receiver. But hey, you've seen crazier things happen. This game will be 1 o'clock on Fox Sports App, NFL Plus. Again, will be your streaming source for this game. Final regional game here, of course, for Fox in the 1 o'clock window. They have no national games. We'll get to their other regional/national games later. Now looking at it, of course, you got Adam Amin, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver calling this game. ESPN Radio of Chris Carey, Carlin, and Darius Butler on the call. Looking at the map, it will be in, where is it? Yellow? Something like that. A lot of the countries actually getting this game. Well, not a lot, but a good amount of it. Again, most of the Southeast, as well as, again, with this random area in Oklahoma. I gotta think about that. Why would that be? Not Matt Ryan. Baker Mayfield. There we go. Table weather, 81 degrees, 6-mile-per-hour winds, and, of course, mostly cloudy weather for this one as well. Looking at the starting lineup, Robert Burns, fullback. He's out for the year. I keep forgetting that. Ronald Moore's also out for the year. Ryan Uziel, the third-string center, is questionable. Matt Hennessy, who not the beer or I don't even know, the alcohol. Something like that. He could get the start. Drew Dalman's the starter, but he's on IR. Outside of that, though, defensively, Troy Anderson's out, so you'll probably see a lot more Nate Landman this week. You actually saw JT Bertrand to get him out last week. That just didn't work out, though. Into the D-line's coming off a weak game. Pass rush has been atrocious, obviously. AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes, D. Alford in the secondary. Justin Simmons is doubtful. Jesse Bates is going to have to do a lot more this week in terms of tackling, I'll tell you that much. Richie Grant, of course, a strong safety, though. And Young Koo, Bradley Pinion run out starting lineup. Of course, they have three depth players in that secondary on IR, as well as Braylon Trice and Lorenzo Carter, who, again, are arguably starting caliber players. Probably not, but yeah. Does Matt Judon even have a sack this year? I don't even know if he does. He has 1.5, so again, he is at least something, but it's not great. Tampa. Obviously, biggest news, Rashad White's going to start. Buggy Irving's questionable. Sean Tucker will probably get a good load anyway. Chase Edmonds still on IR. Any update on him coming back? ACL, that's my guess there. Mike Evans is out until the bye, which is week 11. Chris Godwin's out for the year with a broken ankle and needed surgery. Ryan Milno, Trey Palmer, and Sterling freaking Shepard are their options this week. That is rough. Kate Allen's going to get a hell of a lot of targets. So again, if you have if he's available in your fantasy league for whatever reason, pick him up immediately. O-line is healthy. Defensively, though, Tyke Smith is out at nickelback. Outside that, though, they're basically healthy. Jamel Dean being on there obviously funks things up. Again, a Thunder Burke is going to Thunderberg the Falcons receivers. Yeah, let's stop with that. Greg Gaines is out as the backup defensive tackle, but outside of that, again, nose tackle, my bad. They're basically healthy. Chase McLaughlin, Training Gill, Eckinger, and punter. And finally, for who I think's going to win this one, I kind of already hinted at it like 9 times. I don't know why the Bucs are favored, but hey, you've seen crazier things. I'm going to go with the Falcons winning this one 23-20, just because I think they make it interesting. But still, the Bucs, I just don't see how their offense is going to be able to consistently move the football, considering, they'll probably be able to, considering how bad the Falcons pass rush is. But still, I expect the Falcons offense to be able to have a bounce back week. Again, they're playing against a much more compromised secondary. Antonio Jr. is healthy, so maybe not. But still, this game should be close. It should be competitive. I just think the Falcons have the advantage, though. 23-20, they take over first place commandingly in the NFC West, South, obviously with tiebreaker as well in the division. Again, if the Falcons win this game, they should, again, have a really good shot at winning the division. Again, you have the tie. You're basically 2 games on the Bucs, because, again, have the record, and obviously they're playing the Bucs. The Bucs are playing the Chiefs next week too. Kind of going on like a little bit of a tangent here. Schedule. They're playing. Never mind. That could be interesting. But still, the Falcons are in a really good spot. They win this one. I expect them to be able to get that done. That's all I got for you guys in that one. Now let's get to our first national game. Of course, the only national game in the 1 o'clock slate. Bengals have won 2 in a row after that 1-4 start. They've got a big test today against Philly. Hey, Eagles, how good are you? Show us in this one. And CBS is, of course, back with their first doubleheader since Week 5. Obviously, the first game in that, again, the 1 o'clock window will be the Philadelphia Eagles coming in off back-to-back wins off their bye against the Bengals squad that is also looking pretty good as well. They've also won back-to-back games. Eagles, of course, defensively have been really, really, really good off that bye week after really not playing well at all against the Bucs the week prior to that. Of course, last week, though, big full circle moment for Saquon, obviously, getting his revenge against his former team, averaging 11.6 yards per carry, and outgaining the entire Giants offense by 50 yards, 176 yards, of course, on the ground for the Eagles, leading up to that blowout win over the Giants. Obviously, their defense also had 8 sacks in that one as well. Can't get overshadowed by that one as well. Bengals, again, they've won back-to-back games. Offensively, they haven't looked that great, though. That's how I'll put it. Again, they got a pretty basically a gimme win against the Browns last week. 2 touchdowns, obviously, both one from T. Higgins, one from Jamar Chase. Week before that, again, they rode their defense to that other win. But, again, they haven't been, again, back-to-back road games, obviously, for them. And again, the last time we saw them, this team at home, they again lost in wild fashion. The Ravens will probably be the game of the year in overtime. Joe Burrow threw 5 touchdowns in that game. Maybe the homecoming will give Joe Burrow a boost to put up some more bloated numbers, I guess. Either way, though, of course, last time these 2 teams played was back during COVID. The Eagles and Bengals tied in that one. Joe Burrow, that was his 3rd start of his career, so I'd say that. So yeah, ties are really rare in the NFL. Maybe I think they average once a year or something like that. So again, pretty crazy that happened. But this game will be at 1 o'clock on CBS. NO Plus and Paramount Plus will be your streaming services for this doubleheader game. Obviously, Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn will be on the call with. It being on the map, again, you got most of the country. Really, the only areas not getting it is, again, this area and then, again, the Northeast. But, again, Philly and Cincinnati are both obviously in this game, as well as almost the entire West Coast. And, obviously, it's a national game, obviously. For Cincy, though, 60 degrees, obviously 6 mile per hour winds and sunny. Now for Philly, Starting lineup, Jalen Hurts, Kenny Pickett, of course, is his backup. Saquon, Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield. Offensively, again, in terms of skill positions, they're all healthy, except Dallas Goedert will be out for this one. Grant Calcaterra, Jack Stoll will probably platoon at tight end. O-line-wise, Mekhi Becton, who's somehow at right guard, will be out. Tyler Shoon, who's really struggled the first start of the year, I think it was a couple weeks ago, is going to be out there. Fred Johnson, yeah, that's not great. He'll be a left tackle. Any update on Jordan Mailata? No, not really. Okay. Lane Johnson obviously also there. Cam Jurgens, Len Dickerson are both healthy, though. Defensively, Milton Williams, Brennan Graham-Bryce off the edge, of course, with Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter, defensive tackle. Byron Young could get a start sooner or later. Obviously, Josh Sweat as well as Nolan Smith Jr. both there as well. Nolan Smith not really getting many snaps these days, I guess. Zach Bond and N'Kobe Dean linebacker, of course, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., the Clemson man, will get in there as well. Secondary is healthy outside of James Bradbury, who I do not expect to be getting on the field any time soon. Jake Elliott, Brandon Mann at kicker and punter. And then for Cincinnati, of course, they do have Joe Burrow at quarterback, Jake Browning against his backup. Both starting running backs are healthy. Chris Evans, who again is basically a special teamer, is on IR. T. Higgins questionable. Jermaine Burton will probably step in if he can't go. Or Trent Irwin. I mean, I don't know. They'll figure something out. Outside that, the rest of the offense is healthy. Again, Trent Brown, I guess, he's on IR. I'm not better. Marius Mims is starting there. Defensively, they got stuff going on. Cam Sample is on IR, as well as Dax Hill. But again, outside that, they're pretty much healthy. Evan McPherson, Ryan Acabo, kicker and punter. And who I think is going to win this football game, I will be going with the Bengals. I just have a feeling they're going to be able to figure this one out. Again, last week I picked the Browns just because I don't even know. I felt the streak was going to continue, but I guess it didn't. So I think the Bengals will be able to figure this one out. I think they're actually have a better offensive game. Yes, the Eagles' defense is pretty hot right now, but they didn't really play a good quarterback the past 2 weeks, which is probably the reason they got those back-to-back wins. But hey, that's just me. I think the Bengals will win this one 31-21, and again, I think they'll actually play really good football and get a statement win there. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Now let's get into our later game windows. First, starting out with a regional game out in LA. First of 5 games in the later windows. Of course, this is the regional window, but of course we have the New Orleans Saints heading out to LA for the first time since 2016. No, that was actually in San Diego. I don't even know the last time the Chiefs played here. I don't even know if that's ever happened. Whatever though, Saints obviously have lost 5 in a row coming into this one. They had probably the most lifeless performance of week 7 last week on Thursday Night Football against the Broncos. Obviously, former head coach Sean Payton came to their house and just completely butt-kicked them, butt-whooped them, whatever you want to call it. Saints fall down to 2-5, and obviously after that 2-0 start, are basically cooked. But hey, you never know. They could come back. And it's going to have to start here out in LA, of course, against a Chargers team that is pretty inconsistent overall. Of course, started the season out 2-0, and then they lost back-to-back before their bye week. Looked really good against the Broncos, and last week kind of coughed out a game up against the Cardinals, which they obviously should have won. Problem for this team is the fact that this offense cannot convert in the red zone. They have been pretty good overall. Again, offensively in terms of, not even yardage. They've been decent, but again, the fact that, again, they're not able to get the ball in the end zone. And, yeah, this defense was a little bit all over the place last week. Hurt them big time, but again, they were to bounce back, so I'm okay. I'm not too concerned about them overall, but hey, this is a game that, again, they got to play pretty good football if they want to win for sure. Again, these two teams haven't played since 2020. When was the last time these teams even played? 2022, maybe? I don't even know. Let me think about this. Oh, wait, yeah, they played back in 2020. That game was wild. Saints won that one 30-27 OT. That game was crazy. Justin Herbert obviously was the quarterback then as well. So, yeah, wild game for them back then. Whatever, though, 405 on Fox. Fox Sports App, NFL Plus will be your streaming services for this game. Looking at the announcers, you'll have Chris Myers, Mark Schiller, and Christina the Pink on the call for this one. As well as looking on the map, it will be in, where is it? No, there we go. It's in green. So, yeah, SoCal and the New Orleans area. So, southern Mississippi or most of Mississippi. Southwest Alabama and, yeah, Louisiana. That's not funny. Yeah, Louisiana getting the coverage there. For the Saints, though, Derek Carr's doubtful. Spencer Rattler is going to start, I guess, again. He sucks. Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams in the backfield. Cedric Wilson Jr. is out. And when I say a guy sucks, it means for the relative to the NFL. Of course, if you're an NFL football player, you're among the best athletes in the entire world. So, again, I just wanted to put that out there because, again, obviously he's a phenomenal player. It's just like, again, in the NFL, if we're like putting that like filter or scale on it, he's not a good NFL player. Just wanted to say that. Chris Olave, Mason Tippett, Bub Means a receiver. MVS, of course, is somehow now on this team. I don't even know. Of course, your She's out for the year. Jawan Jennings, not Jawan Jennings. Jawan Johnson, Taysom Hill at tight end there. Adam Prentice, a fullback. I think Saldivari, actually been pretty good, is out. Lucas Patrick will start. Talisu Fuaga, Lucas Patrick, Cesar Ruiz, and Trevor Penning across the O-line. Eric McCoy is on IR as well as Shane Lemieux. Any update on Eric McCoy? Groin. Yeah, probably not. Of course, Ryan Ramczyk out for the year. He has been their guy for a while now. What is he, 30? Yeah, yeah, this is not great. He probably is going to retire or something. I don't even know. D-line's healthy. Tano Caspian is out. I would not be surprised if Chase Young gets traded pretty soon. His production's been good, though. Not in terms of sacks. Again, he's been decent. Again, his rotation there. Device Duel's out. Pete Warner, obviously. Mario Davis will get linebacker. Secondary is a little bit of, obviously, flux, of course, with Paulson Adebo on IR. Again, being out for the year, as well as Will Harris being on IR. I don't even know what happened to Will Harris. Hamstring, yeah, that's great. But yeah, again, the rest of the secondary is healthy. Blue Eye Group beat out the A-ball. And then, of course, now when we look at the Los Angeles Chargers, they, of course, did Justin Herbert, J.K. Dobbins, Kamani Valdell in the backfield. Gus Edwards, any update on his return? No. All right. Joshua Palmer, Semi Voco, receiver. Obviously, Darius Davis, the returner, is doubtful. All right, that might just be for, yeah, he's actually the returner. I was just going to make sure. Quentin Johnson's doubtful. Glad McConkey's questionable, so pretty banged up a receiver. Jalen Reagor obviously fumbled the game away last week. Brendan Rice is somehow on this team. Will Disley, Hayden Hurst, both questionable. Obviously, you got Eric Tomlinson at tight end as well. Scott Matlock is their fullback. O-line is healthy. Defensively, though, Joey Bosa and Denzel Perryman, two pretty eventful players in this defense, or big players, both questionable. Junior Colson, obviously, the backup. Dan Henley, again, has been pretty good this year. Defensive line's healthy. Secondary is good. Cam Hart getting the start. Oh, yeah, good rhyme there. Asante Samuel Jr., any update on his return? Absolutely not. And Digger, the kicker, is so good. And, of course, J.K. Scott at the punter. All right. For who I think is going to win this game, I will go with the Chargers. I expect them to make it close. I don't know. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Again, Spencer Rattler is expected to start. It's not going to be a great one. Obviously, the Chargers win this one 20-3. It's not going to be a fun one to watch, but hey, there's worse games. Yeah, 20-3 Chargers is my projected final score in this one. That's what I got here. Now let's get to our Fox's feature game of the week. First time Mike McDonald went up against Josh Allen. He exploded for an insane comeback back in 2022. Now, Mike McDonald is head coach of the Seahawks. What is he going to respond with against a very good Bills squad? And what will be an interesting matchup, of course, for Fox. In this one, of course, NFL on Fox this week will be going to Seattle as the Buffalo Bills, who, of course, are 5-2 now in the season, look for their third straight win. Yeah, I almost got confused there. Obviously, though, for the Bills last week, though, slow start. They were down 10-7 to a Titan squad that obviously is not very good at halftime. But then they're like, yeah, we're good, so they outscored them 27-0 the rest of the way. On their way to their second straight win, of course, they beat the Jets back in Week 6 of Monday Night Football. Now looking to head to Seattle on a long flight to, again, get a big win against the Seahawks team that is looking really optimistic after, obviously, establishing themselves as somewhat good. I don't know. They blew out the Falcons last week. That does mean something. Of course, they left the Falcons up to so many opportunities, but the Falcons were like, nah, your defense can take care of it. Mike McDonald's defense obviously played phenomenal last week as they, again, snapped a 3-game losing streak. But again, a big move they made, I think, to solidify the run defense and also establishing themselves a buyer at this year's trade deadline, which, again, I think it's kind of stupid they actually make that because, guys, it's not baseball. Like, what the heck? But still, the Seahawks obviously are a team that they're looking to do some. Of course, right now they're first place in the division like they have in the past, I know, like, really just last year. But still, they're the best of the worst in the NFC West. So yeah, I guess yeah. Either way though, the last time the season's played obviously was back in COVID. The Bills blew them out 44-34. That's when Russell Wilson was still around. So yeah, that's good for the Bills. Obviously that was Josh Allen's like breakout game or something like that. But whatever. The Bills beat the Seahawks that time. 405 on Fox though. Obviously the Fox Sports app as well as Fox Sports Days. I think yeah you can watch it in that as well as NFL Plus as well. I think there might be a little bit of a post game for this one as well as pregame. I don't know. It's Fox's featured game. They did this thing back in Week 5. NFC West, I guess, is getting a lot of glamour. I don't know, something like that. Announcing it, though, will be Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Andrews, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi, Sports US Radio, Josh Apple, Brandon Noble. Obviously, big game for Seattle. They have back-to-back home games. They will be playing the Rams next week here as well. Later game, but still. Looking at the map, it's going to be in red, so a good amount of the country's getting this game, like a little bit of tail all the way up here. We got Texas getting this one as well as all that area. And for the weather in Seattle, 55 degrees, it's going to rain, which is really good. 14-mile-per-hour winds as well, so it's going to be pretty crappy weather for this one. But again, that's something Josh Allen can't deal with. He, of course, is the only quarterback in the NFL. Again, it's rare we ever see quarterbacks go through the first 7 starts of the season not throwing an interception. But Josh Allen has done just that. 12 touchdowns, no interceptions in the year. See if he can continue the streak. I'm going to say no, like I do every week, but I actually really mean it now. James Cook, Ray Davis, running back. Amari Cooper going to probably get even more built into this offense this week. Curtis Samuel's out. Dynamic duo tight end. O-line healthy. Reggie Gilliam at fullback. Defensively, Terrell Brown at the starting middle linebacker will be out. Bama Spector will get the start. Of course, Von Miller still suspended. Dwayne Carter is on IR as well. And outside of that, this defense is completely healthy. Tyler Bass, Sam Martin, of course, the kicker and punter. And then when we look at Seattle, there we go. Jesus, I voice cracked. Geno Smith, the quarterback. Of course, K9 and Zach Charbonnet in the backfield. DK Metcalf is doubtful. Of course, he landed weird on his knee last week. Jake Bobo, JSN, Tyler Lockett at receiver. Of course, Laviska Shenault could get in there a little bit. Maybe even Derek Young. I don't know. They're going to figure something out. Noah Fant, Adrian Bonner, tight end. O-line is healthy. Abraham Lucas being the only exception being knee has been ruled out. Okay, he was limited though. That's good. He should be back soon. They're gonna put out Michael Jarrell. That's a name. Again, Stone Forsythe. That sucks. Defensively though, Trey Brown's questionable. Artie Burns is on IR. Rayshon Jenkins as well as on IR. Kobe Bryant will be starting a strong safety. That's a little bit weird. Cam Young is doubtful. Uchenna Mosu's on IR. I don't even know what happened to him. Thigh. A pretty intense quad sprain. That's rough. But outside of that, though, they're doing their thing there. Of course, Ernest Jones is the guy they traded for. I don't know. I'm still mad at the Ravens made that trade. That was so stupid. As well as playing right. At least they played Thursday night. Like that was really bad. Of course, Tyler Johnson's the other guy they have too. Jason Myers, Michael Dixon at kicker and punter. And yeah, that's what I got there. For what I think's going to win this one, I think the Bills are going to come in here and smack the Seahawks right in the face. I mean, maybe not that. But I expect the Bills to win this one 34-20. I don't think the Seahawks defense is that good. That's why. But yeah, I expect the Bills offense to have a really nice day. And the Seahawks to just kind of crap their pants a little bit. But yeah, Bills, 34-20 is my final prediction in this one. I don't even think it'll be that close. So yeah, I expect that to happen. Now let's get to a really bad game. Ugh. Yeah, this is not a good game, but it should be funny to watch. I mean, if you like bad football, yeah. Again, I think See, this is like gonna be forgotten about. Again, having 5 games in the late windows is kind of nice, I guess. But again, this is gonna kind of overshadow. That's probably why they wanted to do that. But yeah, this is just gonna be having that extra game is kind of gonna help phase this one out, I guess. Whatever though. Of course, the Panthers they're not even a football team, guys. Like what? This is pathetic. They're just thrown out there to basically just be like a rag doll for the other team. Broncos, offensively they're just not very good, but they still figure out ways to win. Of course, they're 4-3. Their defense is really good, which is gonna help them this one for sure. But obviously, yeah, this is just a really bad game. And the Broncos aren't a bad team. It's just this is going to be rough to watch. 4:25 though on CBS, NFL Plus, and Paramount Plus will be your streaming services for this game. Looking though at, again, the last 17 teams played, it was actually a really entertaining one. The Panthers, Broncos, no, that wasn't even them. Never mind. Last time the team played was back in 2022. That's when the Broncos sucked and the Panthers did not. They won that one 23-10. It was a miserable game, so, I mean, that's what's going on. Last time they played in Denver was 8 years ago, and I don't even really remember that either. So, I mean, you can go look back at those highlights if you want. Announcing it, though, will be, where are they? Yeah, CBS is like 8th team. Chris Lewis, Jason McCourty, and Amanda Guerrera. I think it's their 7th team. Something like that. It's really crazy there. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. It's going to be in green. Way too much of the country's getting this game. Weather, 75 degrees, 7 mile per hour winds, and cloudy. Yeah. Panthers starting lineup. Andy Dalton's not going to play because, again, prayers to his family. I hope everyone's safe. Again, okay and safe. Of course, he got in a car accident thing on Wednesday with his family and his dog. You think he broke his pinky or something? Bryce Young's expected to start anyway, though, which is going to be a miserable game. I hope Jack Plummer comes in, honestly. Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders in the backfield. Jonathan Brooks is out. Any update on him coming back? Because this would actually make this team somewhat interesting. Not really, though. Deontay Johnson's out. He probably will get traded. Ribs, yeah. He should get traded at least. He's actually been really good, too. Xavier will get Jalen Cocker. Great name. David Moore, receiver. Jonathan Mingo's a bum. Adam Thielen, any update on his return? He's ruled out. He's coming back, though, which is good. Tommy Tremble's questionable. Jadavion Sanders will probably start. I don't know for sure, though. Maybe Ian Thomas, who does absolutely nothing, but he has been on this team since 2018. Yeah, there we go. All right, oh, it's my dog. O-line wise, Taylor Moton and Yash Neesman are both questionable, but yeah, who cares? Defensively, everybody's injured. Eddie Pinheiro, Johnny Akra. There we go. They're good. No, I don't even know. They're out there at least. Unlike that whole entire defense. Yeah, got you there. Broncos though. Offensively, Josh Reynolds is on IR. Of course, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Marvin Mims Jr. are gonna have to step up. After that, though, the rest of the receivers are good. Devon Valet is going to be there, as well as Javonte Williams and Joel McLaughlin in the backfield. Of course, bonus quarterback. 5 letters in your name. That's short. Of course, Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll at tight end. Nate Atkins at fullback. Alex Paluzski, name is questionable. Michael Lynch's not starting, though. I don't even know what's going on there. The rest of the O-line's healthy, though. Defensively, P.J. Locke is doubtful, strong safety. J.L. Skinner will probably get the start. Outside of that, though, the entire defense is healthy. Of course, Jaquan Milton, a nickelbacker, obviously with Will Lutz, and Riley Dixon, a kicker and punter. And finally, for who I think is going to win this one, I think the Broncos are going to get the first shutout in the NFL this season. There actually hasn't been one this year as well. So, wanted to say that. And I think say they're going to win this one 16-0. Broncos are going to win this one 16-0. That's what I got for you guys there. Time for the Chiefs and Raiders. Alright, the Chiefs, I'm just going to put it out there right now. There is a possibility they go undefeated. And you might ask, how the hell is that possible? The 72 Dolphins, I mean, the Patriots said it too. But the 72 Dolphins are the only team to ever be perfect. Well, I'll put it like this. The Chiefs have the easiest schedule in the NFL. I'm just going to say it right out. They're at the Steelers and at the Bills. Those are probably their two hardest games. But again, they're also playing the Texans. So they got really 3 games they got to worry about the rest of their schedule. But outside of that, unless they blow a game to a division rival, which I don't know, maybe they will, they're probably just going to walk their way to a perfect game season. Of course, they're 6-0 this year. Their offense has been as bad as you possibly can be. But hey, they're still winning games. Like it doesn't, like who cares? Defensively though, that's the reason they're undefeated. Like their defense is downright elite. Of course, last week they forced 3 picks off of Brock Purdy. Got them that Super Bowl rematch in just basically like who the hell cares fashion. Raiders, they're horrible. They're god awful. Like they're really, really bad. They've lost 3 in a row. Their only win again they beat the Ravens. So like that is something. But like outside of that, they only beat the Browns, who suck, so that tells you something. But obviously, they blew that game against the Rams last week. There's no reason they shouldn't have beat them, but they didn't, obviously. So they're now sitting at 2-5 and are probably going to get their absolute butt shocked against the Chiefs squad that obviously last year endured one of their best games of the season offensively, which again was few and far between last year with a 31-17 win there in Vegas. But hey, Josh Jacobs had like a 60-yard touchdown, so maybe we'll see something from Zamir White or Alexander Madison this week. But nonetheless, this game will be at 4:25 on NFL Plus and Paramount Plus, CBS as well. Obviously, the Raiders are the last team to beat the Chiefs. In total, obviously the Chiefs are on a 10-game winning streak. I'm not going to say that as a jinx. No, they're on a 12-game winning streak. What the hell am I talking about? But, of course, the Raiders are the last team to beat them. That was on Christmas. Jack Jones stole Christmas. I expect them to have a pick 6 off Mahomes in that game. There's one little prediction there. Preview prediction or like, nugget, whatever. Now to it, though, will be Kevin Harlan, Trent Creed, and Maloney Collins. So CBS is third team. ESPN with Steve Levy and Max Starks. Looking at the map, it will be in, what is that? Blue. So again, good amount of the country's getting this game. Honestly, maybe even more than the national game, which is a little bit weird. For the Chiefs, though, Mahomes at quarterback, Kareem Hunt is starting. Running back might be the best player in this offense. Samaje Perine on the backfield. D-Hop will start. Probably won't get too many snaps, but again, he'll get in the mix. Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, McCall Hardman, Montrell Washington, receiver. They again, Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice out for the season. Juju Smith-Schuster will be out for this one as well. Montrell Washington, I've not heard about in a minute. We'll probably get some snaps. Travis Kelce, Noah Gray at tight end, of course, with Wanya Morris, Joe Thuney. Or Thuney, no, it's Joe Thuney. Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Juwan Taylor across the O-line. Defensively, though, George Karlaftis, Derek Nani, Chris Jones, FAU, not the college, but Felix and Duke Uzama off the edge. Charles Omenihu, any update on you? Absolutely not. Obviously, Mike Dana's out, who's been so good for this team. Malik Herring probably going to start. Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, Leo Chanel, linebacker. And the entire secondary is healthy. Jalen Watson being the only exception. Najee Johnson's done just fine, though, on the boundary there. Joshua Williams, that's not start there as well. So, Shamari Connor, my bad. When he's not an idiot, is a very good player. Harrison Bucker and the punt god, a kicker and punter. And then for the Raiders, where are you? There we go. AOC or Average Aiden is going to be there. What the hell happened here? They traded for Desmond Ridder. Why did I not know that? Go to the base. Go embracing Raiders opportunity. I did not know he got signed. Oh, he got waived and cut, and then the Raiders picked him up. He might actually not be too bad. Gardner Minshew's been horrible this year. Alexander Madison, Zamir White at running back. Jacoby Myers questionable. Alex Backman, the receiving room is just a complete mess. Brock Bowers is their only good option on offense, and everyone else sucks. Well, the O-line isn't that bad. Dylan Parham's out, though, so Jordan Meredith can get the start. They got a lot of pressure, though, last week. Defensively, Max Crosby's their entire defense. The linebackers weren't too bad last week, even though Tommy Eichenberger is questionable. Of course, the rookie there. He's old, though. What is he, 24? No, he's only 23, but he's still old. He looks like he's 50. Jack Jones, obviously, at corner. Isaiah Paul Mao, who's actually been pretty good. As well as Trevor, is he, no, I'm not going to finish that. Yeah, he's there. As well as Trevor Morgan, secondary. Daniel Carlson, AJ Cole round out the starting lineup for the Raiders. And you could pick the Raiders. But again, putting down 500 on the Chiefs would be insane. But yeah, I'm still going to pick the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs, 28-17. That's my prediction. There you go. 28-17 Chiefs. We could obviously see some wild stuff going on. But yeah, pick 6 from Jack Jones is the entire Raiders offense. 28-17 though. Chiefs win there. Now let's get the game that got flexed. So we had 3 games in this window. Is Jane Daniels gonna play? Well, nobody knows, and we need him to play because if we don't, well, no number 1 versus number 2 pick. That's the whole point of this. And yes, the first flex game of this season will be, I don't know what this game's going to be, guys. It could go a lot of different directions. But, of course, either way, two rookie quarterbacks are having success in the NFL. Nonetheless, number 1 and number 2 picks for the first time in who the heck knows how long. So, yeah, it's crazy in this one. But, again, we really want Jaden Daniels to play. Won't be 100%, though. I'm just going to tell you that right now. On the other side, though, Bears coming off their bye week. Of course, 3-game winning streak for them. Their offense, of course, got better and better every single week. Obviously played in London the last time we saw them. Caleb threw 4 touchdowns and looked great. And, yeah, they were playing bad teams, but now they're playing a good team. So, they're going to have to play good football. And their defense is really good. And, yeah, this can be fun to watch. Commanders, yes. Jaden Daniels not playing will kill the point momentum of this team. I don't know, though. Marcus Mariota looked pretty good against backups last week. That being the Panthers, obviously. But that defense has gotten better, I guess. I don't know. They're going to have to play really well on this one, to be honest with you guys. As well as this running game is going to have to be uber efficient. And the receivers are going to take a big step up. Jesus, I just stuttered. A big step up because Marcus Mariota is not obviously Jaden Daniels. So we'll see what happens. But, of course, Commanders are sitting at 5-2. Their best record since 2018. Again, through 7 games. They didn't make the playoffs that year, but they're a better team than they were then. Bears, yeah, again, they're 4-2. So, but 2 lost teams here. Last time these 2 teams played, they've actually played back-to-back years. Again, last year was in Washington. I guess that's a lot more important. DJ Moore went off for like 230 yards and 3 touchdowns in that one. That was ridiculous. So, yeah, the Commanders sucked last year, too. So, that was part of the reason, too. Bears got their first win here last year, though, so that was pretty cool. So, should be a much better game in this one. Games will be 425 on Fox. Fox Sports app. No, Jesus, holy crap. Not Fox. That was the last couple weeks. Whatever. CBS's doubleheader game will be, what is it called? Of course, NFL Plus and Paramount Plus will be the streaming services for this game. Update, I think, again, time permitting, we'll be previewing this game, I think, at like 4 o'clock. Again, whatever happens in the earlier window will dictate that. But, again, you could see a preview to this one. As well as the fact that, again, there could be a post-game, again, time permitting, because, again, CBS just is like, no, we got to put our stupid shows on after. Well, not that. 60 Minutes is pretty important. Whatever, though. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson, Chris Carriano, Brian Bollinger, of course, Compass Media Radio calling this game. Final time we're going to be looking at the map this week. Of course, that's going to be this one. Obviously, most of the country's getting it, but not really because, yeah, the Chiefs game's kind of taken over. But that's what I got for that. And obviously, looking at the weather, of course, here in Landover, it's going to be interesting. 60 degrees, a little bit of wind, sunny. So, nothing really crazy, but again, there could be some gusts later. But for the Bears, of course, you got KO quarterback, DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson in the backfield. Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, Cole Kmet, and DJ Moore receiver. Yeah, Cole Kmet's basically a receiver at this point. No, he's not. But still. O-line's healthy, except, again, Nate Davis isn't starting for whatever reason. Defensively, Jaquan Brisker, the starting strong safety, who's been crazy good this year, is out. Elijah Hicks will get the start. Kyle Gordon also out in the slot, so Josh Blackwell will get the start. Kyle Sanders, Torrey Taylor, kicker and punter. Speaking that, Torrey Taylor might be the best punter in the league right now. No, he is. He's been freaking crazy. He punts bombs. No, not actually, but yeah. Alright, for the Commanders, where are they? Jaden Daniels, like I said, no one knows if he can play. Probably going to be a game-time decision. That's all I got there. Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler in the backfield. Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, and Alameda Skis, a receiver. Luke McCaffrey will get in there as well as De'Ami Brown. Zach Ertz, Johnny Bates, tight end. Blair Coleman is out. Cornelius Lucas will get the start. The rest of the O-line is healthy. For this defense, though, Dorrance Armstrong is questionable. F.A. Obata will probably get the start again if he can't go. Jersey Newman, the rookie, will get the start, obviously, with Jonathan Allen probably being out for the season. Coolan Farrell is also starting off the edge as well as Deron Payne in the interior. Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, Dante Fowler Jr., and he's also going to be playing off the edge. He's actually been pretty good this year as a versatile guy. Secondary is completely healthy. Austin Cyber, Trez Way, a kicker and punter. And finally, who do I think is going to win this one? I'm going to actually have to go with the Bears in this one, guys. I really want to pick the Commanders, but with the uncertainty with with Jaden Daniels and quarterback, as well as the fact that, again, the Bears are just, again, a better defense overall, I think that will help them carry this one. I don't expect it to be, again, the most thrilling game, honestly. Again, it obviously could be as well, but give me the Bears in this one, 24-20. I think it'll be a pretty, again, well-run game overall. But again, if Marcus Mariota plays again, they're going to probably struggle to score points and move the football consistently. So I'm going to say the Bears win this one, 24-20. Let's get into our Sunday Night Football game. Last year in Week 5, this game was supposed to be the game of the year. That's not how it turned out, and this game is not how it was expected to turn out at the beginning of the season. Nevertheless, must win for both these teams in front of the whole country. Guessing who those two teams is, of course, it's America's team. Yeah, let's go Dallas. Yeah, that's who you guys have been playing this year. And the Niners, who have been, what the hell? That's what I'll say. Of course, the Cowboys, though, 3-3 in the season. They're coming off their bye week, and before that, they got their absolute butts handed to them. Of course, that being the Lions, I almost tripped out there. But they did break Aiden Hutchinson in the leg, so that tells you that. But, of course, Cowboys they need to win this one. I mean, they're not in a good spot if they don't, so that's what I'll say. But, hey, again, there's been crazier stuff happen, so maybe not. But, again, the difference between 4-3 and 3-4 is major. Niners, of course, are 3-4, so that's not great. Of course, they lost Brandon Ayuk for the year in that disastrous Super Bowl rematch last week. Their offense looked almost as bad as it ever has with Brock Purdy at quarterback. And, of course, they've been arguably the most inconsistent team in the league this year. And they're just not playing well right now. Obviously, though, again, we saw them at 3-4 a couple of years ago, and they won their last 10 games. So I'm not gonna go crazy about this, but still, the Niners are not in a good spot. And if they're not careful, the Rams or Seahawks or somebody in the NFC West will just completely go on a run and take over the division. Rams, but still, the Niners obviously really need to win this one, especially after that crappy game against the Chiefs last week. Either way, though. 8:20 on NBC Universo, NBC Sports app, specifically Peacock. They have the post game on their streaming services. Jesus. NBC Sports app and NFL Plus, I think you can all stream it on. Of course, Football Night in America always starts at 7 o'clock Eastern. Pro Football Talk follows it the next morning. I'm going to watch that, I guess. But looking at it again, last year they played in Week 5, Sunday Night Football as well. But Brock Purdy threw 4 touchdowns, I think, and Dak threw 3 picks as the Cowboys got destroyed. Niners went to 5-0 with a 42-10 win. Probably not going to be the same game this year, but hey, you never know. Announcing it, of course, as always, will be Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark. Universal with Miguel Gurwitz, Ronaldo Cantu, and Arian Figueroa. Westwood with Ryan Radjic and Mike Golick. The weather in Santa Clara is interesting. 64 miles per hour. No, Jesus, I almost said that. 64 degrees Celsius, it's 18. 9-mile-per-hour winds, partly cloudy as well. For the Cowboys starting lineup, of course, you got Dak, quarterback. Cooper Rush is his backup. Rico Dowdle, Zeke in the backfield. Dalvin Cook's going to make his first appearance of the year as well. Just got activated off the practice squad. Receiving-wise, Brandon Cooks was placed on IR over the bye week, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, that was a while back. I'm stupid. I guess I just don't remember. Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker at tight end. John Stevens Jr. is out for the year with a torn ACL, if I'm not mistaken. Hunter Lubicki at fullback. O-line is healthy. Chuma Doga, of course, still on IR. Mike Parsons will be out for this game. Tyrus Wheat, obviously, or Carl Watson. More like Carlos Watson will start. Sam Williams is out for the year. Marshall Leland was just put on IR. DeMarcus Lawrence is, of course, out for a while, as well as Jordan Phillips, a defensive tackle, who I swear they traded for, but I guess not. Wait, did they? No, I guess they didn't. I guess they just signed him. That's weird. Whatever, though. Osa and Mozzie Smith are going to look to bounce back this week at defensive tackle. Damone Clark, Eric Henry's questionable, as well as Nick Virgil. But Buddy Johnson can definitely start, as well as DeMarvin Overshown. At sub-linebacker, Maurice Leofau is still figuring things out. Deron Bland is officially listed as questionable for this game, which is... Oh, no, he's out. Never mind. He was questionable a little bit a while ago, but I guess he's out. Kalen Carson's been pretty good, but he's questionable. C.D. Goodwin will probably start if he can't go. Andrew Jr. has been terrible this year. Jordan Lewis and Trayvon Diggs, as well as Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker, of course, in the secondary. How is Jerron Kerr still available? I really don't understand that. He's a good player, too. Yeah, how is he still a free agency? Still a free agent, Jesus. Any update on him? Yeah, bro. What happened to Jerron Kearse, bro? Like, he's actually a good player. I'm like actually confused on that. Whatever though. For the Niners, they're pretty injured. Obviously, Debo's questionable. Jawan Jennings will be out. Chris Conley, Jacob Cohen, and Ricky Pearsall are the projected starters for this one. Jordan Mason, of course, Isaac Grendel in the backfield. CMC will be back after their bye week, which of course is next week, so that makes this game even more critical. Brock Purdy and Brandon Allen, quarterback, obviously with George Kittle being questionable. Eric Saubert, of course, is there as well. Juszczyk at fullback. O-line is healthy. John Feliciano, obviously being the only guy who isn't. Defensively, Dre Greenlaw against still recovering from the torn Achilles. Any update on him? Not expected to be ready to return from the PUPs in the next few weeks after. So I'm going to say he'll be back probably around Thanksgiving. That's just like a really rough educated estimate, which again isn't really accurate at all. But hey, that's what I got there. Drake Jackson, yeah, okay, I didn't really know that. Kevin Givens, out. Okay. Outside of that, though, Nick Bosa's good to go. Linebackers are pretty much healthy, obviously. Secondary, down the lower is questionable. George Odom's also questionable, but they're, again, pretty much good to go. Malik Mustafa's been good as well as Jared Brown. Very young secondary there. Of course, the safety. Tolu Funga, not sure anything will return to a wrist. All right, that's great. Jake Moody's out still. Anders Carlson is just terrible. Matthew Wright was supposed to be the starting kicker, is on IR. Mitch Wisnowski at punter, and yeah, that's what's going on there. All right, finally, wrapping up this Week 8 preview. Who do you think is going to win this one? I got to go with the Niners, guys. I just don't see how they can't cough this game up, can they? I hope they will, but I don't see it happening. Give me them 24-17 in weird type of fashion. But that's all I got for you guys. What is it called? here with the Week 8 preview. Of course, we got Monday Night Football preview tomorrow. But with all that said, hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Of course, enjoy all the games. Big, loaded, packed Sunday of football, and obviously a lot of critical games. Of course, trade deadline. We'll get more into that, obviously, as the week goes along. But that's all we got for you guys here. Enjoy your Sunday, and obviously see you for the recap tomorrow, as well as the Monday Night Football preview.
Brown, and Brown in a foot race. 3 Bears are chasing him.